Welcome to the Jedi Ranger. I'm John Berry 555, and welcome to my review of the second episode of Star Wars Andor Season 2, Segrona Teema, which, just for context, and as we discover in the episode, that is a greeting on Chandrila, Mon Mothma's home world. I'm not sure if it's related specifically to marriage or it can be used in other contexts as well. But speaking of all that, there's more of that going on. There's more things going on. Apparently, Leia has the first fight with her betrothed, but then during one of the ceremonies, apparently there's a lot of traditions involved, but apparently Perrin gives a speech and just basically, hey, trouble will occur. You just gotta find a way to work beyond that. So, hey, he's actually stepping up a little bit as a father. And then, of course, there's everything going on with Mon Mothma and Tacoma. It seems like things are not going to be going good there. Lucen seems to be catching on about things going on there. Yeah, lot of complicated intrigue stuff. And to finish talking about it, I think I gotta wait for episode 3. But before we talk about episode 3, which is going to be my next short, so stay tuned for that, we need to talk about what's going on first with Andor, because he's stuck on this world waiting, and basically he's somewhat babysitting these disorganized rebels. Yeah, not going on too well, but eventually he takes a opportunity when they're fighting each other, because yeah, they're just not getting along very well, and he takes off and we see what planet he's on. Huge spoilers, it's Yavin 4. I did not expect to see that. I'm going to assume this is before the Masasi group was founded. That's just my best guess. But yeah, I can't believe that they actually chose Yavin 4 to be this plan. But it makes sense that a relatively uninhabited planet would be used by the rebels for both meeting places and as a future base. So that's going on there. And then I forgot to talk about this with episode 1, but with Bix, Brasso, B2, they're on the planet, I forget the name, but it's a farming community and they're working as mechanics, keeping things fixed. Well, anyhow, Imperial inspection time, and they're concerned because they're technically not there legally, and they have to deal with that. And oh yeah, by the way, the Imperial Lieutenant is hitting on Bix and she's not happy about it, which makes sense. She was tortured by the Empire, and I've seen it in the previous episode. She has some lingering trauma about that, and Tony Gilroy definitely made the choice to frame that trauma as one of assault. Not just like physical assault, but emotional, mental abuse, and sexual assault. That's definitely how he chose to frame it, which makes sense. Severe torture will exhibit, I would assume. I've never been tortured, but definitely creative. So let me know your thoughts on episode 2 in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for episode 3.